Well, oh my, look at that promo video. Gives me goosebumps again when I saw that promo video for the sixth World Cup of Carrom coming to the United States in San Jose, San Francisco area. I'm your host, Dr. Nilesh Mehta, and today we are going to have another episode of Carrom Connect, where we are going to be connected to four outstanding players from the United States. These guys have worked very hard. They have toiled day and night practicing the game of Carrom and have come up and have risen through the ranks to be part of this prestigious USA Carrom team. Vikas, Koshti, I'm going to start off with their names. Vikas Koshti from Texas, Ajay Arora from Pennsylvania, Kalyan Matcha from Texas, and last but not the least, Deep Joshi. And if you look at their VAKD, it's a wicked group, guys. But it's not just wicked, it is victory awaits, and the kings of Carrom will deliver in this World Cup, VAKD. So, a very warm welcome to all four of you wonderful Carrom players and great human beings. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Thank you, Nilesh bhai.
I'm going to start off with a brief introduction of each of you. I have had the distinct pleasure and privilege of not only watching your games, but knowing all of you at a personal level as well. So I can dive in a little deeper and get something more out of you as we continue this program. I'm going to start off with Deep Joshi. Deep Joshi, ex-Indian junior national champion, guys. Did you hear what I said? Junior national champion, under 12 in India back in 2010. And this young man has had the privilege of meeting the President of India, Dr. Pratibha Patil. So tremendous accolades for this young man. He was part of the 5th World Cup Korea team in the USA in 2018. He was also part of the 7th World Championship in the United Kingdom in 2016. And believe it or not, the very first board he sat down, he hit a white slam. So this is a brief Carrom bio of Deep Joshi. And interestingly enough, Deep Joshi's parents live in the Bay Area. So he is going to talk about fans. Deep Joshi is going to get a lot of fans. It's his hometown, or essentially, although he now lives in Seattle, but this is going to be his hometown. So, Deep, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you for that lovely introduction. Very kind of you.
Ajay Arora, the man who I have seen for so many years, one of my favorite Carrom players, a man known for his consistency and hard work. I have known Ajay for many years, and he made a commitment when we talked many years ago that he is going to rise through the ranks. And guess what? He is the United States #1 ranked player for 3 consecutive years. So hard work and no play is your Ajay Arora. He has a very slow and steady style. He can sometimes get into your brain with his very methodical, slow play, but he's always consistent. He was in the Team USA for the 8th World Championship in Malaysia. His rise to this level is no fluke, guys. He has beaten the likes of Sarvanand Chandrababu, Louis Fernandez, Chamil Kure, and these 3 names that I just rattled off are amazing players. So Ajay Arora, tremendous work ethic. And one more little tidbit about Ajay Arora, he also is a good cricketer. So Ajay, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Nilesh bhai, for your kind words. Thanks a lot for having us.
Kalyan Matcha, I have named him the silent assassin. I've had the distinct displeasure of playing with Kalyan Matcha, and he made me a great spectator because in 4 boards, he demolished me. Just 4 boards, and kept on smiling, and the smile kept on getting better and better. And that's Kalyan Matcha for you. Kalyan has, of course, risen through the ranks, a very accomplished player from Texas. He's surrounded with very good players in the state of Texas where he gets to practice. And of course, now he gets to practice with his new buddy, Vikas, also. So they make a tremendous pair. One of the things I will say about Kalyan is a very calm demeanor. No matter what, nothing really frazzles this guy. He's cool as a cucumber all the time. He was selected, by the way, in the Malaysia World event, but he could not go for that particular tournament. So, Kalyan, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Nilesh. Thank you for your kind words.
And now, Vikas Koshti, the second left-handed player in this USA team. Vikas actually learned to play Carrom before he could actually ride a bicycle. So that is how far he goes back. He did not quite beat Deep Joshi in that category, but he has gone into hibernation and come out of hibernation, gone back into hibernation, and again resurfaced as a Carrom player. Vikas and I got connected in Chicago because before he moved to Texas, he used to be in Chicago, and I've had the opportunity of have Vikas come to my house and play a few times. One thing about Vikas is he's the Virendra Sehwag of Carrom. You throw a ball at me, I'm going to hit. There is nothing like defense. So Vikas Koshti has come up so brilliantly over the last few years. And one thing I'll tell you, if those who are watching this show, and if you have not seen the black slam that Vikas hit against Dinesh Babu in the 2023 US Open, you are missing something in Carrom, because that is one unbelievable black slam that Vikas hit. So Vikas, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Doctor. Thank you, Nilesh.
I'm going to start off with Vikas since I introduced him last. Vikas, the question that I have for you is, you came to the USA in 2022, started playing Carrom 23 and 24. And in the same year, 2024, you are now representing the United States of America in a national Carrom team for a world championship. I mean, what I just said is like almost a dream come true for a lot of people who love the sport. But you have achieved that. You have achieved something that a lot of people wish that they could. This moment when you found out that Vikas Koshti is going to be part of the USA Carrom team, what was that sentiment like? What kind of emotions went through you?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, it's a great feeling to be at this stage. I mean, when I started in 2023, I never thought I'll be at this stage this much soon. And I mean, I had great support from my family, especially my wife. And when I came to here in Texas, I mean, got good practice with all these guys. And even before that, I mean, when I was in Chicago, I was playing with Gopi for a long time, and that's also a good initial stage for practicing. But yes, I mean, I mean, first of all, I was not part of the 8 people. Then I got the opportunity to be there in that tournament where I mean, Kalyan and I both got selected. I mean, when I got win against Deep in the semi-final, I mean, it's a great moment that we finally did it, and me and Kalyan, we both were very happy at that time. So yes, I mean, it's a very proud moment for us, and I would like to thank, I mean, USCA for all the support they have given till now, and obviously in future. And I mean, yes, I mean, the group of people we have, I mean, especially Ajay, Deep, Kalyan, they all are very good players. I mean, I've learned a lot while playing with them. So, I mean, overall, I mean, in very good shape, and I hope for the best for future as well.
It is a tremendous opportunity that US Carrom Association has been given to host a World Cup. And you're going to be hosting 18, 20 nations, 150 players. So this is going to be huge. And what a proud moment for all of you to be right there with the world's best players, playing against them in singles and doubles and representing your country. It's just a marvelous feeling. Kalyan, you are a man of few words, but when your thumb and your index finger are at play, you demonstrate your skills. You have I have always admired your game, the way you play. You have risen through the ranks. In terms of this particular World Cup, how have your preparations been? What is your focus? And what would you like to achieve as your goals?
Thank you, Nilesh, for this opportunity. And before going to answer your question, I would like to thank a few people with whom this became possible for me. First of all, it's obviously the USCA who made it possible to bring World Cup to USA here. So last time I missed it, unfortunately, and lucky for me, this time it's happening here. And for me, it's an honor, and I'm so proud to be part of the team USA with this strong team that we have in here. And coming to the preparation part, usually I do practice every weekend, and right now this is from last few weeks. It's been like I didn't get much time, but I've been in touch practicing here and there, and now I'm back. I'll be continuing practice with my co-teammate Vikas, who's like we live close by, like most of you all know. So we'll be practicing regularly, and our main motto is to play consistently, go positive with a positive mindset, and should not give up at any moment of the time, and we're going with our the regular game, the flow that we have, and with a better positive attitude to bring in while playing a game with one of the, I mean, not one of the, but one of the main teams that we have, India and other competitive teams like Sri Lanka or Maldives, or with all the rest of the other teams. So yeah, I think we are trying, we are preparing hard for this. This is going to be one of the most competitive World Cups, that for sure. And particularly for me, this is my first World Cup. So I'm excited. I'm more, I don't know how to express this, but I'm more excited and I'm very proud. And it's been an honor for me to be part of this team. So yeah.
Kalyan, we have brand new carom boards. We have new set of coins that are going to be utilized. In terms of the conditions, do you have any comments about when you are, everybody of course gets to play on the same board, your opponent and you are on the same board, but in terms of that acclimatization to new set of carom boards, new coins, is that a mindset that great players like you guys have, or when you are there you will face it and whatever happens happens?
Me personally, I'll always approach the way how the circumstances are. Even if they're good, it's better. If they're bad, I'll try to approach in a way to adjust myself to that situation. And coming to this new equipment that has been introduced for this World Cup, I personally liked it. So I feel this will be more exciting to play with this new set of coins, and I hope everybody likes it for sure. With the new, personally, I have played with a different set of coins earlier, but I like playing with those coins. So I hope
Yeah.
this will be liked by everybody. And yeah, I think it won't make much difference if we become flexible with the situations or the board conditions, whatever we have. It might take a few minutes or maybe a couple of boards to get adjusted, and then I think it will be good to play with that new equipment. I can say that.
Ajay, Arora, how are you, my friend?
Yes, sir. I'm good.
So Ajay, I know you are a workhorse when it comes to practicing and putting your hours. We are very diligent. You're a keen student of the game. I've always said that this is a big stage. I mean, you have participated in previous big events, World Cup, world events, but this is in our home ground. This is in our backyard. Ajay Arora, number one player, 3 years in a row from the United States. Adding pressure to performing better, or pressure is good for you?
I would say pressure is good because it brings the focus. And this time we have a very good team. So I believe that if we all play with our potential, we have a very good team to do good in this World Cup.
And how are your preparations been so far?
Yeah, it's going pretty good. Like I'm practicing every day. I'm spending some time. I have dedicated hours from my personal and work life towards Carrom. So I'm dedicating those hours. And I always feel like practice makes a man perfect. So more we practice, more we get better and better we perform at world stage.
In singles, in carom, would you agree that the break is perhaps the most important stroke that you make, other than of course the last coin? Last coin you have to win, you have to pocket to win the board, but other than the last coin, the break is perhaps the single most important stroke for that particular board. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I completely agree. Like always says like how your start goes and will happen. So the break is one thing which sets your board and every player plays board by board. If your break happens good, that sets you up there and from there you have to take it forward from that place. So I am a true believer that break is the main thing in every board.
Now, in other sports, people use different stance. In cricket, people can change their stance depending on where the bowler is bowling from, over the wicket, around the wicket, etc. But when it comes to Carrom, when you have breaks, I have seen that your breaks are very consistent. Have you tried to experiment with different kinds of breaks, considering that the level of competition is a notch higher than what we have been used to in the United States?
Yeah, I have experiment. Actually, I have done a lot of experiment with the brakes, but especially in ICF Cup, I have tried a different kind of brake, which worked, which is more like we call it here in North America as Louis style of brake, that gives you a better opening for slams. I tried those and I was able to get success in that as well. But the way I do brake now, I believe that it's not about slams, it's about how you set the board, because it's important to win a board than just going for the slam. So a break is important, but at the same time, I don't do much experiments with the break. I go with my consistent break that I have currently.
Deep, you have been a very consistent player. I have seen you for a few years. I have not seen your brother play because he has been missing. The last time I saw him was in Chicago. But Deep, what Ajay just alluded to in terms of the break, how do you approach a break in Carrom? Do you, since playing since you were below the age of 10 and now, you must have experimented with different breaks, maybe index finger break, scissor break, putting the striker on the ball or inside the ball. Can I get into your brain and expand on the breaks a little bit?
Sure. So whenever my breaks have obviously changed over the years, but when I started, I was like 6 years old, so there was no strength in my fingers to actually hit it so hard that I would actually break in reverse. So it has changed with time, but as of now, I think it also, like, there is a particular way. My father actually helped me learn the break. I was there sitting brainstorming with him, and it depends on a couple of things. First of all, how do you want the position to open up? Do you want it in such a way that you want the opponent to be blocked, or do you not care about that? Do you just want to go for a slam? That is another way. More often than not, it also depends on the slope of the board actually. If there is a slope on a certain side, that's when you place the striker either on the ball or next to it, or like totally close to the pieces. So it depends on the board, it depends on the kind of break you want, and it depends on the circumstances what you're looking for.
Currently, how do you break?
Oh, with the scissors and my striker right next to the ball, but it can change depending on the board's leveling.
So you immediately look at the board surface and make a quick diagnosis in your mind if there is slope or not. And over a period of years, do you think you have gotten better at understanding how the board surface is?
Yeah, I believe that is something that comes with experience. So, and just before the break, hopefully, you get 1 or 2 trial breaks, and that's when you are actually able to determine the slope, especially on the rebound, so that you know which angle works better for you. I think Vikas was actually pretty good at breaks. The way I think it was the qualifiers and it was the semifinals, the way he was breaking, and it got me like, man, I don't have a piece to pocket. Everything is just blocked out for me. So yeah, I'm a big fan of his breaks. Just putting it out there.
Well, let's just jump into Vikas. Vikas, talk to us about your break. You are a left-handed player, so is Ajay, but your breaks are different. When the coins spread, uh, I see there is a difference in the breaks. Vikas, talk us through that.
Yeah, I mean, during the break, I do the break from ball, and it depends on the opponent, how the opponent is playing against you. I mean, if opponent is playing aggressive, then obviously you will go a little bit slow, so your white coin will stop before the pockets if they are not going. If I mean you both are playing attacking, then you obviously will go fast, try to pocket your coin, and then continue from there on. And yeah, I mean that's the basic strategy I go with.
Kalyan, defense in singles, I kind of pointed that a little bit. Defense a good defense at the right moment can win you that board. And how much importance do you give to that, number one? And number two, how much do you actually practice defense? So, for example, I'll give you an analogy of golf. Golf, they always say that, you drive the ball, you drive for show and you putt for dough, as they say in golf. But in Carrom, everybody wants to practice breaks, breaks, breaks. But how many times, Kalyan, do you come up with hypothetical situations on the board and practice actual defense?
Coming to the defense, my game mostly I'll be little aggressive, but I don't hesitate to go for defense when it is needed for sure. So I'll be patient. I'll be waiting for my chance. So until then, if needed, I'll go for defense always. So I always think like, like a war situation. It's not always going and killing. Sometimes we need to defend ourselves from getting killed. So I always keep that in my mind and I'll do that defense when needed. When it is a time to go, I'll go for it. So that's my approach always. And I'll totally agree to play a defensive game when it is absolutely needed. So that's always in my mind.
But do you actually practice playing defensive shot? For example, if your opponent's coin is sitting in his base on his home side, you have to bring it to your base. Do you actually go through that practice routine? Hit that coin 10 times, repeat it because you want it to sit right in the middle of your base, stuff like that. I'm just creating hypothetical scenarios. Do you practice those actual strokes?
Yeah, I do, but not too much on a defensive shots. But I do have the shots in mind which I want to play during the games. So, like for example, if there is a coin near the pocket, I mean opponent's coin near the pocket, there are different ways to defend that. I'll try to defend the most safest way so that I'll get at least one turn for sure. So those kind of shots I do practice. I'll see in my practice. I'll see where I can bring these coins and in how many different ways I can bring it. And those kind of shots I'll practice for sure and try to implement that in during the games. So that's very important to do, I believe. So
Ajay, you want to expand on the defensive strategy in singles?
Yeah, basically, my way of looking at it is like you always offense when there is one defense. So, like, you always make sure that you have a turn in hand, then go for attack. Until the time that is not the case, try to build in a situation that you have one defense with you so that you can secure your turn and then go for the kill.
Correct. Deep, what challenges do you anticipate in this World Cup event when you are playing against good players from India, Maldives, Sri Lanka, and many other European nations? What kind of challenges do you anticipate? I'm not talking about the pressures on yourself for performing well, but in terms of the team. I mean, you guys are all four of you are one team now. As a team, what kind of challenges are you anticipating?
I believe that at times the challenge can be more mental than technical. So we are just gonna stick to our mantra: never give up, stay focused, and keep believing in yourself. And I think the more we tell ourselves that, the more we believe it. So hopefully our game can reflect that. That is one mental challenge. Another technicalities is like like Ajay bhai said, we can go on the offensive as long as we have like one defense piece, so to speak. I mean, yeah, if the person pockets that, then man, you're a greater player than I am. So by all means, the board is yours. But the idea is to not give everything to them in a platter. They need to, at least we'll try our best so that they will have to work a little harder for it.
Now, you obviously have 4 players in the team. I want to know who is going to be the cheerleader of the 4 of you, who is going to get everybody excited, pumped up, and at the same time maintain the calmness, and bring out the confidence. Who is that person going to be? Is it going to be Vikas? Is it going to be Deep? Ajay or Kalyan? Everybody quiet?
I think that will be me.
Because see, Kalyan is a man of few words. Deep talks nicely. He's a good speaker. He's a good motivator. At a young age, he is so mature. Amazing. Ajay is always calm, cool, and collected. So Vikas, you have a job at hand to get your Dallas teammate and also our friend from Seattle and friend from Pennsylvania to be together. And of course, now you have Prakash Gaikwad, who has been named as the coach of the USA Carrom team, and he's going to be a tremendous addition, bringing his wealth of experience and guiding you guys. And of course, you have Shibu, who is going to be part of the team management as well. So you have two wonderful Carrom players and human beings who are available for you to consult should the need arise. So, how do you guys feel about that, Vikas?
Yeah, I mean it's a great feeling basically having someone that much experience as a coach, and especially I mean as a team manager we have Shibu Bhai who's living very close to us. He's practicing with us every week, and whatever he is learning throughout the time he always share with us. I mean he always says that you just need to make sure that you have something from opponent before you go for the finish. That's, I mean, he always tell this to me. And whenever we are playing doubles, he has his very good suggestion to me and Kalyan both. How we need to approach each and every coin, what should be the sequence and all that. So he's a very good mentor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kalyan, I want to talk about adjustment in a game. Let's say if you are a couple of boards, you're not pocketing well. In terms of adjustment, because you need the adjustment now, because if you don't, then you're going to lose against that opponent. How do you bring about that adjustment real time? How do you tell Kalyan, I need to bring back my focus, I need to bring back my pocketing, I need to bring back my strategy? How does Kalyan support himself and get his confidence back in moments when your game is not going to your liking?
So, of course, there are many situations where I go through this, this kind of phase during the game. But most of the time that happens. The first thing, the reason that happens is because of losing focus. So when that happens, we make bad choice, we miss coins. I'll realize that, okay, I'm losing focus, so I need to bring that back. So for that, what usually I try to do is I try to take a deep breaths during the game. I'll take my time. I'll think like, okay, if I need to get more turns in this board. So whatever I need to do for that, I'll try to do that. And in the meantime, I'll try to bring my focus back. For that, like I said, I'll try to make deep breaths, and that helped me a lot over the period. Initially, I don't used to do that, but later on I got sessions from some of the senior players that we have here, and from some of the top players that we have within the North American Carrom community. So I got some inputs from them, those who have noticed my problem and suggested me to try this technique, and I have tried that, and that helped me a lot. So that brings back my confidence, my focus back to the board. So I think that's one thing that helped me greatly during the game.
So Ajay, Kalyan just mentioned about breathing exercises or breathing pattern change or bringing it on at certain moments where and remember, breathing is what basically when you take a deep breath, you're getting more oxygen, right? So there is some physiological basis for that as well. And are there any particular strategies that Ajay Arora adopts during a tournament that you would like to share?
I actually I'll add on Kalyan's word, like when you are not able to pocket coins and your focus is not there. I generally look at it in a way like if I'm not able to pocket more coins, I have to go more defensive. If my hand is working fine, then I'll go for more attacking. So it depends upon how that your game is going. You can adapt to that. And coming back to this breathing thing, it helps a lot. I actually tell all the young players or the new players that last coin, take a deep breath before you pocket that because it releases your pressure. The last coin is the most important coin. If you are in a pressure and your finger will not flick properly and you will miss it. So it's important to have a deep breath before that, and breathing helps a lot. So when you are breathing and when you're pocketing coin, when to pause for that, it's very important. It helps a lot.
Deep, I know that when Vikas plays, and you talk about the fear factor, Vikas has no fear. I mean, he just plays. I win, I win. If I lose, I will try to make sure I don't lose badly. He has no fear. The fear factor doesn't exist in him, as far as I'm concerned. Now, Deep, in this tournament, you're going to be playing against the world's best players. Are you going to be in a position where you might be playing India's number one, or you may be playing Yogesh Pardesi in the Open tournament, where you would be in awe, like Sachin Tendulkar is my non-striking partner. When he has to say run, I have to run. Are you going to be like become a spectator, or you are too accomplished a player that those kinds of things don't even occur in your mind?
It would be obviously a great honor to play India's greatest, hopefully this time around. I wouldn't go as far to say that I'm a very accomplished player, but I have had the first time I played the World Cup in 2016, I believe. I was playing against, I think it was Riaz Akbar Ali, who was, I think he came second in the 2016 and the 2018 World events. I was pretty much a spectator in 2016 when I was playing against him in the Swiss round robin. I was just like, I never had an opportunity to play with him, and I just saw him. I was like, oh, this guy is playing so great, and I was just too starstruck to actually play my game. And then I realized you might as well, since you're a spectator, you might as well enjoy it, and you play your game. So yeah, I think I'd be too focused on playing, and then baki ka zindagi pada hai, I'll enjoy the fact that I actually played with this guy. So
Right.
yeah, hopefully there will be a recording in there that I can look back on. So yeah.
Vikas, I just said about the fear factor. Um, is that the same attitude you're going to bring and give it your best?
Yes, I mean, obviously, if you are playing with the greatest, I mean, they have better pocketing, obviously. Then the only choice you have to give your best, pocket whatever you can, and defend wherever needed, and give your best and come up with a good result.
Now, you and Ajay both are left-handed players. Uh, if you were to compare your game with Ajay Arora's game, I'm not saying who is better, who is worse, not that way. But if you were to take some tips from Ajay's strengths, what would they be?
I mean, obviously, Ajay, every time he's playing, he's making sure that he is at least one turn ahead of his opponent. If he don't see that, then he will obviously play a double shot or proper defense so that he can get ahead of his opponent at least one time. So that's one thing I like in his game. And that's one thing I need to make sure that I adopt whenever I'm playing.
Since you all are going to be together playing with each other for multiple days, Ajay, my question to you is about Deep's game or Vikas's game or Kalyan's game. You'll be playing with each other, practicing with each other, and you will maybe giving each other tips, suggestions, comments, criticisms, etc. Is this going to bring the best out of all four of you by feeding off of each other?
Yeah, that always helps. Like when somebody is playing, like we are playing on a board, and sometimes we don't realize what mistakes we are doing, And if someone suggests us something and we realize that, oh, we can change our game plan or we can change our strategy, and that may help us. So it's very important to get the inputs, and that's where I think Prakash sir will also be a great help to us because he has vast experience. And plus, the three guys who are sitting with me, they are the best in US. So we all can feed inputs to each other. That will help us a lot. And sometimes those small information, piece of information helps a lot and changing the game and your mindset.
So Deep, how excited are you about this World Cup?
You mean the sixth Carrom World Cup that is happening right in the backyard where our parents coming to watch? Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
hyped up about it. Yeah. So
I mean, the parents watching you, is that a plus or a minus?
mom watching is a plus, dad watching is a minus, man. Straight up.
Maybe dad can watch from behind you, not in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, they're my biggest cheerleaders. But for some reason, whenever my dad is in front of me, I usually get under pressure pretty easily. And he's been very kind and supportive of that. So he might watch my game, but from a distance or something. So
Same thing with me. I mean, whenever I played in my town, every time my father used to go somewhere else. He don't watch playing.
So, hey, listen, if Mr. Joshi is watching this show, or if you're going to watch the show later on, one piece of advice from Dr. Nilesh Mehta, please stand behind Deep Joshi, not in front, because we want your son to excel in the sixth Carrom World Cup in California. I'm going to go around all four of you one more time for any closing comments. Uh, I mean, this is huge. 150 players, 18 countries, California, World Cup Carrom. I mean, it doesn't get any bigger than this. I'm really excited. I'm going to be there for the entire week, hanging out with you guys. Good thing I don't have to play Kalyan, otherwise he will demolish me again. But I want some closing thoughts from each of you. Let me start off with Deep.
uh, well, please join us at Indian Community Center and come support Team USA. And hopefully, you guys will have a great time watching the world's best in action. So, thank you.
Vikas?
Yes, I would say keep believing in yourself and give your best. And obviously, whatever hard work you are doing, it will pay.
Kalyan?
I can only say that I'm super happy and excited to be part of this sixth World Cup going to happen in California. This is my first World Cup, like unlike Joshi and Ajay bhai. So I'll definitely take their guidance on that. And I just want to be positive on this one. So we have a great team, including women's team as well. So we have a good team this time. So hopefully we'll do much better. We'll you know we'll give our best and try to be in a good position. So I'm hoping for best for Team USA, and thanks to USA for making it happen within USA itself. So
The word Ajay means invincibility. Vikas, we all know what Vikas means. Kalyan, we also know. And we're going to be shining light with the Deep being there. But closing comments from Ajay Arora.
First of all, I would like to thank and congratulate ICF and USCA for coming up with that colored coin concept. It'll be very visible on the camera and it bring more viewership, and it'll be more entertaining for the viewers to watch those games. So first of all, I would like to thank them for bringing that, and I'm pretty excited with this team. So hopefully we'll do good. And it's happening in US. So it'll be in our home ground. So hope we'll be able to do justice with our game. That's all.
Well, I certainly want to congratulate all four of you, not only for making the USA team, but being together and coming on this Carrom Connect show so that we could let the world know your stories. This is about you guys, all four of you, how accomplished you are in the world of Carrom. And on behalf of the US Carrom Association and the ICF, I want to thank all the viewers who have joined in for Carrom Connect, not only for the live program, but later on as well. And I want to wish all four of you all the success. This is in our backyard. Let's go get it. Let's Team USA. Let's do it. On that note, this is Dr. Nilesh Mehta signing off. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.